So do you magnetize your miniatures at all? Because Steve just did all these Deathwatch guys, and it's really cool because for our Deathwatch narrative campaigns, one of the things we used to do in the past was have a random item generator where they would find new stuff, but then you'd have to remodel the actual model in order to have them. And so he thought, well, why not this time we just magnetize everything? They're missing their shoulder pads because he still has to determine what chapter they're from. And that way, as they find new stuff, you just take them off and you swap it out with the other ones. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. Magnetizing has always been part of how I do miniature wargaming. One of our earliest videos was a how to magnetize Carnifexes. And so by having them magnetizable, you can swap out what bits they're going to do because they've had lots of options for pretty much every single edition because they're an old kit. But it's changed from edition to edition what the good options are. And so I got tired of that, so decided just give me a bunch of Carnifexes magnetized. Same thing goes for the Tyranid Warriors. Every edition it changes what is good and what is not. The current edition is the most flexible, where the weapons don't matter quite as much, but they still do. So we went to the extreme and magnetized every possible option, which turned out, then the next edition came out, it wasn't quite necessary. And the moment they make a new kit for them, then whew, that's a lot of work. So maybe that was overdoing it. But there are lots of places where magnetizing is really good. This is from Drop Fleet Commander. And you can basically magnetize all of the weapons on the broadsides and everything and swap them out for whatever it is you'd like to configure for that particular game. So I love magnetizing. We've had magnets in our store for like 16 years. We've sold them forever. But honestly, the reason I love magnetizing is because it gives you so much more value out of what you already have. People use magnets and put them on the bottom of their bases to magnetize to pieces of metal for shipping or for transporting. There's so many different uses for magnets. I'd love to actually hear in your comments below if you have anything to magnetize, and if so, what it is that you do. So there's a couple cool things that are related to this. First off, we are doing another Deathwatch narrative campaign soon, and we are bringing back the random item generator. So those of you who have watched one before, hopefully that is exciting. And if you haven't watched one before and have no idea what I'm talking about, the Deathwatch narrative campaign is where I usually take one or two players. In this case, it'll be one. It'll be Steve, and he'll have a kill team or two of Deathwatch, and they'll be going through a series of missions, very story-rich, and they upgrade with getting experience and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And so we're going to be doing that soon. We still have to start filming it probably in the next, I'm thinking next 2 to 4 weeks, and then it'll start coming out after that. The other thing is, look at this big brick of magnets. These are 3/16 inch by 1/16 inch. I can't remember off the top of my head what that is in millimeters, but you can kind of get an idea of the scale. If I put my finger right next to it, if I put it next to a model, that'll give you an idea of the size of these miniatures. These are our most popular size of magnets because they do a lot. Obviously, they're too big for tiny little arms, but they're really good for general purpose, for magnetizing to bases, for magnetizing medium to large arms. They're just a good size magnet. And so what I have here with these two, whoa, I dropped it. What we have right here is a total of 20,000 of them. Oh, now it doesn't look nice. Oh, don't look at that one. It's ugly. It's hideous. Here's 10,000. Just look at this 10,000. We have 20,000 here that we're actually giving away for free. It really is bothering me now. To the next 200 people that sign up to the Mini Wargaming Vault. And I don't care how you sign up. You can use the link below, for example, and get the last 11 narrative campaigns that we created for free, even if you cancel your Vault membership. It doesn't matter. As long as you're one of the next 200, then we will give you a set of 100 of these magnets absolutely free. Now, you do have to pay for the shipping, I should say that. But we do worldwide shipping, and because of the size of it, it's actually not that expensive. It's anywhere from 10 upwards of 20 to some of the more obscure parts of the world. But you're most likely paying anywhere from $7 to $15 to have them shipped to your location. And so what will happen is you sign up, and on the thank you page after you're finishing signing up, it'll give you a coupon code and a link. You'll go over to the Forge, put that in your shopping cart, add in the coupon code, and you'll get it for free, just paying for shipping. You're welcome, of course, to add other stuff to your shopping cart at the same time to make that shipping cost even more worthwhile, but that's totally up to you. So the next 200 people only will get 100 of these magnets absolutely free. That's really bothering me. Anyways, I'd love to hear more about your magnetizing experiences. Do you magnetize? Have you magnetized? Would you magnetize? Will you the magnetizing? Have you the magnetized? And will you have had the magnetized of the magnets? And how do they even work?